Alright, what's going on, everyone? How are we doing this evening? I'm like a little bit too close to that number. Still, I don't have a real camera mount, so it just kinda, I get the feeling that it drifts a little bit overnight or something. Always trying to correct. How we doing? Got a bit of a different plan this evening than I was expecting. It seems like the days of Jedi Luke have kind of ended. At least Jedi Luke against Supreme Leader Kylo. There was a moment in time where I was enjoying this nice streak where just the Kylo teams were all First Order and everything was lovely. You know? What more could you ask for? But that being said, now we seem to be at the point where a lot of people are just throwing in the usual monkey wrenches, so that means it's time to adapt, which not quite modded for this week. I don't think it's going to get punished though. I think we can... I've run this counter once before. I'm probably just going to have to switch to... just switch up the offense strategy a little bit, bring different counters for both GLs. Yeah. Hopefully we're not looking at a 3v3 season next week. I feel like we were already hearing by now. Like, even by like week 3, right? I feel like we were hearing like 3v3? Question mark? The last time 5v5 was around. I don't know if that's been found this time. I don't know if we're still flying blind a little bit, but it's been happening enough that I'm worried that it's just a pattern now. It's just going to go 5v5 ships into 3v3, the 5v5 ships continuing. I would love that to not be the case. It's been... We're approaching a year since the last time that we played 5v5 non-ships, and that feels a little bit ridiculous because I still think that was the best version of this mode. I know CG's probably worried about, you know, people feeling like ship investments weren't respected and trying to lead up to the whole double ship defense type deal, but just come on, right? Run it back. Just one time. Just say, like, even just once. Shouldn't have to be like a once a year situation, right? I still think GAC might be happiest if you just made 3v3 opt-in or opt-out. Right? I don't know if that's too much to ask. Maybe the 3v3 queue would be too empty. But if that's an issue, maybe you shouldn't be running 3v3 this often in the first place, right? I don't think that's too armchair dev to say. Because it means that people aren't interested. Anyway, yeah. So for tonight, we're going to be switching over, I think, to Traya lead with Vader. What's up, Timmy? Yeah, we're switching to Traya lead with Vader versus Kylo. Slight concerns on Vader offense here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the one shot on Sith Trooper here. Big thing to keep the eye on there. As well as we have a interesting spread of teams. His Bounty Hunter team shows a lot of thought into it. I have like one small complaint, but this is already so much ahead of how most people do their Bounty Hunter modding that I'm just happy to see it. And yeah, still some respectable damage numbers on his other B teams as well. Let's just hop on into the gameplay that's still a black screen because I switched it to 60. Out of the darkness. There we go. Hi. What's up, Blade? I'm probably just gonna hop into the Traya Vader first. Yeah, so we got a Django team pretty much properly set up for the Cascade. Almost proper. If I'm just gonna like bitch and moan, he's got his Zam faster than Bosk, which a little bit wasted, right? Because he has Bosk at 315, I think Django 313? Yeah, so if you just weave the Zam 314 there, dude, I would actually be kind of sweating right now, you know? But small detail, small optimization actually could matter, but we'll see. The B1, I know I ran Padmé last time for 55. This dude doesn't have Rey, by the way. A little bit of housekeeping up front for whatever reason. I mean, props to him, right? A lot of this bracket had double GL Luke, and he made it to final off of single. So, yeah, good on him. You can see some good thought in his modding too, so not surprising to understand why he's here. Yeah, what's up, Blake? Let's just do this. So the reason why I'm doing this is DR against JK or JKL just tends to be painful. I had like some weird theories I wanted to try of like, you know, maybe chuck in a Revan swap to old Ben to get a pre-taunt so that DR doesn't insanity everybody. I still don't think that's going to be clean though, so I think, again, I haven't really, I know this has existed for a while, this is hardly groundbreaking, but just still somewhat new territory to me. So we need Thrawn, and we can actually be a little bit greedy on tanks. What? I think, for purposes of how this is going to play out, I think we can just chuck in Holdo. Don't have Sith Trooper. Sith Trooper is sitting in the front defense wall in my Darth Revan team since we have Bastila for offense. So we'd lose a little bit here. You know, Sith Trooper would give Vader a little bit of extra speed. But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna have to tank Peace first. We're gonna have to take a little bit of a beating for a bit. Traya might actually be in danger of dying. Like, she does have vaguely tank-related stuff. It's not optimal, right? She's built to just sit happily on the sidelines against Rey and not get focused at all, so. Alright, let's hop on in then. No stress. Let's counter our run one time. Could possibly go wrong here. Alright, we got the tank piece on Holdo. I'm not gonna fat finger anything. He should be dead. Yeah. Oh, that's a shit preload and I didn't get out in time. So what? I actually don't mind that preload, honestly, because that was the first thought that I had anyway, was to just go in with JK or JKL against cooldowns pulled. I'm a little bit surprised. Nah, I guess I'm not. I was a little bit surprised that Holdo straight up died there. But what's up, Jake? No, I just named the Cheese offense because the dude's name is Richard Cheese. I'm attacking him. That's pretty much all it came down. Last round we had Turtle, so I called it Turtle Defense because the dude's defense. No, there's no deeper meaning behind it. Okay. So we pulled all the cooldowns. It was just a really expensive cooldown pull team. I would have just loved to have sent in some Gear 1 level 1s. Yeah, if it's preloaded, JK will win. The only thing that's a little bit spooky to me here is we're not going to get the easy savior, which is a good thing and a bad thing, right? It means that JKR is less in danger, but also the problem is, like, so without, like, if we went in with this team with tank tech first, I don't know that we can control who Kylo targets, so if Vader gets stunned there, that's still a really, really bad situation. He has stun available, that's true. Oh yeah, so this actually should play, fairly normally, but without insanity. So that's actually kind of perfect, I think. That feels perfect. It's just a really, really expensive way to buy that, right? Yeah, savior definitely can happen. For sure. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Alright, he's gonna be on Shock to begin with. Let's just play this the normal way. That is spicy. I'm actually not sure why his Terminator is coming up so quickly compared to everyone else's. So I wanna, what do I want? If he swaps and it calls, hey, let's tragic. Let's swap to old Ben. No ability block here, but that's fine. But it does mean that he's just gonna the way. That doesn't. Or he's gonna cleanse off a little bit. I still really like having SA to reach for a Sith Trooper in a second. but we don't have the loot, so I don't think to actually take him out. Do we? How much of a throw is this? Yeah, we. Okay, if we. So normally I like using this first because that would have made this SA deadly enough to kill Sith Trooper. Because I swapped all of them. Suddenly I think I want a stun? Yeah, I think it has to be stun. Because we really like having this ability block here. It's essentially just going to buy us time for this ability block to stay put. Do we actually need to kill Hux yet? I don't think. Kylo is going to waste his turn on this side unless... No, there's no way it's going to outbeat that even. Yeah, I don't think we need to kill Hux. I think he's low enough. We got time. Nice turn, sir. That actually is going to lower his cooldowns. I don't know if he's one turn off or that means he has Insanity already, but we're just going to pop the taunt anyway, so. Pretty comfy. This is weird, but I think it'll kind of work out. I'm happy to just make sure Sith Trooper's out of the way. I think Bastila basically can actually finish Hux, so... Give this to Hermit Yoda. Great to get a buff immunity here. Did. If we pop that AoE Foresight, we're not actually gonna get it on Revan, so okay, he didn't die. Okay, ability block will be great here. All right, this is a fairly playable spot, I think. I want to just call Bastila, I think. I just want to keep ability blocking him. I actually don't mind that death thing, because it just means we get the Yoda turn. Yeah, I think we're pretty good here. No blind, still ability blocked. I think we really did not here. Okay. So that's the fight that I originally had in mind. And that actually went messier than I thought, but I almost wonder if that would have gone better if... No, so I was wondering if Traya just straight up died on that AoE, if that would have gone better, but DR still gets the Insanity on someone else. I think it's just a matter of we really needed Sith Trooper there. My Sith Trooper being on defense hurts that counter a lot, I think. Right? Because then we don't have to tank tech. We can go up and tech. Okay. We slightly wasted some teams. A team. We still have Bastila though, which actually really kind of benefits here. Question is... This dude likes to post Padmé on defense. I feel like with what he posted, though, I don't know that he can spare her. If he did post her, I actually don't know what the heck his plan is for taking some of my stuff out. Like, this could be gassed. CLS could work. I was thinking maybe CLS against the BH, although... Actually, this is an important question to answer right now. I know I'm faster than 305. I better be faster than 305. Okay, we're 311, so we're not going to get ahead of the bounty hunters. Should be ahead of anything droid related here. We just need to check. No real tenacity there. No real tenacity there. Padmé on BH. For whatever reason, that matchup still kind of scares me. Hey, let's see. Offense was CD triangle. Fair enough. CD. His crit chance is probably high enough with relics, though. Yeah, he's. I mean, so theoretically, The flamethrower should give us all crit immunity. The only real concern at that point is Boba execute. How fast is Boba? 274. I mean, there's no Mando, so he's not going to chain up, but it's still 304 with Django. So, well, I mean, hip hop is 311. Not as fast as Zam. So how's this going to play, right? It's going to go Zam Det, Bosk Taunt, Django. No. Django AoE, Bosk Mass Assist, Grief Mass Assist. I don't think that gets them on contract. Yeah, I'm trying to think. CLS, like, I've had some really bad banner results against EP. Just because of his unique taxing. I guess the biggest question is, who do we gas? I honestly almost wouldn't mind. Like, I know Padmé against GG is going to be 55 versus possible EPBS of 60, but we actually could just gas. Like, I see gas as just like the neutral nuke to use for information, but I think it's behind. It's definitely not a GL, right? So, like, worst case scenario, what? He does. Ooh, this is going to psych me out a little bit. He is sitting on Relic 5 Chubio. Gas can solo bounty hunters? Ow. What? How does he not just get absolutely dunked there? I feel like he would get absolutely dump choked into next week. Maybe a 2-man, but like, it would be like 2-man, and then like Ahsoka just dies, or whoever you tossed in 501st second, and then you just sit up and maybe you have a chance to fight Gas Snips. This is a 318, right? Or 305. If he posts Padmé, I checked, my nest has thresholds, so you can just nest solo that. And he doesn't post 3PO there either. Probably because he usually uses that Chupio on offense. I don't think we'll see it on defense. This is pretty overkill. I think I actually just want to gas this. Like, Gas could beat any of those other teams north, but I would rather just do this for information, I think. EP doesn't work against this team. I think it would actually still be pretty messy against this team. Messier than I'd be comfortable with. Keep Gas. We spent JKR though. Yeah, we can do Shakti Clones. I mean, Shakti's gonna be floating otherwise anyway, right? So might as well. You're right. Would agree. I think we've got Arc Fastest still, so Citribird, not an issue. Yeah, we should just be able to pressure out Dooku. Yeah, I think this should be pretty fine. I can't really see this going wrong. Probably still keep this on Rex, and there's no real belt to go for. Don't want a grenade. I'm sure. Like, Basile's first turn isn't threatening to us at all, right? I feel like we just need to focus out Dooku. Yeah. Okay, in the interest of that... Like, here if Dooku actually counters us either, though. Like, we're just gonna kill Dooku with... Oh, this gains him Terminator, though. We needed to aim that elsewhere. We're still ahead, but... Good old Shakti. Was saving us. Alright, I don't know who I feel most comfortable passing to here. I think it actually has to be Arc. Yeah. I would like EP to die. His Terminator, yeah, let's drag him out of the stealth immediately. Basic here is at least going to push back his font a little bit. No crit, that's extremely lucky. Good God. Beat up back on her, just try to... Ah, she's not getting that banner back. Let's be real here. This is not happening. Fives is still in a pretty good protection ratio. I think we might as well taunt just to save Shakti, I guess? I have no idea why she's not critting. She, like, with her relics where they is, or where they are. What? The relics where they are, it's absolutely... He might be on CAR, actually. I didn't check. I mean, if we get Shakti back around another time, I don't want to... I know Rex Nuke is, like, stacking enough to the point that it's a dick move. He must be on health primaries. I was about to say we might be able to get a 60 out of this if we get another Shakti turnaround, but yeah. So I guess the question is, can we get Rex health back up? If we can't, then we're better off actually just healing fives back to full. Makes it a weird choice. What's up, Clesson? I think he might be Gary Spirit. I'm just gonna start. Yeah. I don't mind that. Yeah, we got the full health back. Would have been nice to get that 5 stopped off, but I would rather just finish my food there. Not what I was expecting. I kind of regret blowing that Traya there now. Tenacity, but not that much bulk. He is Relic 7, but like 65k is pretty comfy territory. Gas will stole this Newt. Yeah, actually true. I think he has good, pretty good, yeah. Should seem pretty comfy. Alright, what's the worst case scenario here? Maybe like a nest? Stun, I guess? 27, we're ahead of that. 6, still fast enough. I'm assuming Dude's gonna get it. 4. What, in a gas solo, first one's gonna be aiming at stealth 3. Hit cooldown increases, but it's not really gonna be that good of a turn. Doesn't Gas not have counterattacks when he's alone? I forget. Isn't this like why you have to send in the second person? Or I guess this is satisfied with him being alone, right? He gets it still? Okay, yeah. This should seem pretty comfy then, even if mission blinds or anything like that, which she should be cooldown increased anyway. But it's basic blind, so. Counterattacks, please. Working on it. This is just gonna turn into that TP mission. We're just life stealing. Alright, I think in the name of lifesteal, got AoE here. I don't know if we want to hit Nest twice though. We might actually have to if this AoE, first AoE hit kills the dude. If we get counterattacked twice, the double expose might kill us here. What's up, Ray Rock? She's on tenacity too. I maybe should have kicked first. I think she can take this. Yeah. Fucking knew it. If mission wasn't stealth there, then I could redirect the kick onto yeah, if mission wasn't stealth, I could have redirected the kick onto her. We would have avoided the double expose. Yeah, I think I would have preferred to just like Ahsoka push into overkill territory and kick a bit better first. I don't think she dies there either way. Maybe she does. Yeah, because she's on tenacity modding, right? So that daze wasn't landing. It might have been. She was like 20%, right? Alright, Traya died in a fire. I've never actually tried this before. Can't nests? I mean, how? I know there's a couple of people in my Discord who say, who like swear by this, that say that it's just fine. I think that they do it with like Traya lead though. I don't know that it's pure lead. Flash says Plo lead nest. Yo, if I have Plo lead leveled up, I will be shocked. Why am I blanking? That's not Plo Koon. No, it totally is. Okay. Stealth, I see. That still feels a little bit spooky. Like we're kind of relying on the coin flip. If it's, yeah, it's a Gear Troll spy, not even like, it's a 5-dot arrow still. Like, of course, I think in this situation, like, it doesn't need to be Gear 13 to kill Nest, technically. It just needs to stack up enough, but... I don't think he's that threatening here. I mean, technically... Kirli's gonna benefit us on the off turns, because that offense down is going away immediately. But I guess on Nest's turn, she still would do damage. I think I like the idea of Plo lead. It's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, I think, waiting for the coin flip to activate. I think the RNG opens up a window. Potentially. What do I feel like here? Getting that stealth off a spy is huge. I would love to do that, but we're also throwing away 50k worth of extra bulk and test a potential spy nuke. Whatever. I already got Kyber, and I'm not in the race for leaderboards. I just want to try this. I'm in science mode now. there was first nuke. I think the AI uses the search move, right? So we actually shouldn't see another nuke for a while. Her AoE isn't actually affected by... Oh, she's a friend. I'm assuming we're just supposed to pick on play mode? Nah. Second nuke should be here, I think. Oh, that's basic. Damage is starting to ramp. Yeah, we're not in danger here. Also, I legitimate BlueStacks, for whatever reason, doesn't have airplane mode support, so I just straight up can't. I'm assuming Geo Soldier. Okay, I'm assuming Geo Soldier's dead. I was gonna say, I don't know if we should be bullying Geo Soldier or Poggle. I actually don't know who's worse at Gear 12. I'm just gonna assume he's the winner. Yeah, I don't know. I still kind of... Oh. The boy just lost stealth, I guess. That was a lot less impressive of an AoE than I was hoping for. They're not generating that many buffs, right? Like, we're talking Padmé level here, but... Yeah, there's a 60. Yeah, just the whole idea of let me hop into this fight and just hope that they don't time the nuke right after next turn is still terrifying to me. I hate it, but... Alright, CLS against this team is going to be... Wait, what is this EPBSF team even going to look like? I mean, so realistically speaking, all we really need, right, is to get the shocks that we want. But we don't have Thrawn, we don't have Traya. This really is just needing Palpatine to... Who's it on? This is GG Jordica. No tenacity on these two. I'm assuming he's that fat. B1 is like 270s. Yeah, 71. Alright, BSF gets the Corrupted Battle Meditation off. The debuff soup off. Any fast character that can AoE? Not fast enough for B1. B1. I don't trust B1 not to activate B2 off of that double foresight. But then again, as long as CBM lands, right? Depends on what we mean by fast. Fear on BSF doesn't count as stun effect for Sigibers, right? Officer, I think, is... No, he's here. He should be 281, so he does outspeed B1. It'll work. Yeah, I'm trying to decide on swap Nihilus or swap Scion. I think it depends on if B2 gets Corrupted Battle Meditation, right? Because if B2 gets Corrupted Battle Meditation, then we actually don't really care if he does his AoE, because he's not going to land debuffs. So, him activating and getting mad doesn't really change much for this team. If he doesn't, then yeah, probably swap Nihilus. We're running officer. I think it has to be. Mr. Definitely Not Thrawn over here. Yo, he might not even take a single turn after his first turn here. Let's make sure, yeah, 281 versus 271. I think this is fine. Let's go fishing. I'm not in the overthinking mood tonight. In the progress mood. Alright, we got the CBM. I think we can just swap Scion, right? Just drag them out first. Like, how does this get punished at all? Oh, I keep on forgetting that this isn't blocked by, when you... Or CBM doesn't actually block debuffs when you're running DR. Alright, let's get shock number 1. We're just looking for Nihilist's turn now. This should count as an AoE for angering B. Still on shock basic. Yo, this B2 is just completely asleep. Look, man, I appreciate the support. Alright, he is completely out of it. Officer did get to go. We're stack on him. We don't have Droideka shocked yet. I still want to push off hit Exterminator if we can. He's just on basic, actually. Let's get the fear over there. I think stagger basic here counts, right? Alright, GG out. Machine gun. B1 to death, hopefully, here. I think we're fine. Gonna get us the best protection region in time. I don't think we can get Nihilist back. We just, like, extend shocks enough. I think Scion's in Grace Period. I think we're fine there. Alright, this should be. He does too much. I don't like him at Relic 7. I actually legitimately almost don't. I liked him better when he was happy to just keep the loot going forever. Because I don't want to be doing damage that badly, right? Like, we already win, so the more people that die is just less people to give him turn meter. So much damage compared to what I'm used to. I think it has to be CLS in the matchup, right? I still think Padmé going into this is just going to be like a horror movie for a while. We do have... yeah. The stuff, basically. And GMI should be fairly beat here. Have to CLS it, I think So if we want to just... oh, do we have R2? Ooh. Is R2 better than 3PO here, actually? Everyone should counterattack, put it, and get the burn off. So everyone must be... well, it's mostly just going to be Luke who cares about getting the burn off, but... without 3PO ability blocks, talking about for Padmé or for Luke? don't know, I just don't know that I see Padmé no 3PO. Ah, sorry, I was talking about Luke. Because I was thinking like R2 with the combat analysis data, we cleanse ourselves on counterattack. We get rid of ability blocks, we'll get rid of the burn. It's almost seemed like a better ad than 3PO. Like obviously we lose the exposes. Or maybe I would almost prefer taking 2PO out in a weird way. Right, like I think we can just run Padmé without either this JTR team. Is this crazy talk? I feel like I would rather have 3 exposes than 4 non-exposes, but I would also rather have R2 than Chupio. 186. There's no way TLS is it. Right. It's 147 versus. TLS is almost 50% of 3PO. Good God. And then, right, like, what we've got left. This is I think this is a perfectly fine Padmé comp for fighting the JTR. Nest killed Gas on her main turn, right? She counterattacked twice, that set up the last hit, and then she got the exposed hit on her main turn. So I think through cleanup on that would be. It probably doesn't even have to be more than just like the 3 characters. Yeah, I think she should be 0% turn meter, so we just need to go first. Which, yeah, he's definitely not. She would have countered once. It would still be double hit, or she would still double counter, right? It's still 2 separate hits. But I think if we did kick first, I think she would have died. Right? You do AoE first for the daze for the double damage, but she has tenacity to build up dazes and landing. The kick might have made the difference, because she was like 10% or less off of that combo before she did her counterattack life stealing. Alright, again, I think I want to pick Newt. Yeah, true. Actually, yeah. Good point. I'm so used to just autopilot AoEing first at this point. It's a really, really bad habit. Yeah, this is fine. I think we stun Bosk here, right? Bosk is the chain. We just break the chain. No counterattacks. Interesting. Is there any real point in pulling Grief out of stealth? I mean, we haven't really taken that much damage yet. The AoE is just gonna be kind of a better heal later, I feel like. Now I'm glad that I have the Chewie heal available. For sure. I don't think we're getting Han back to max, though. This probably... I think both of these are going to kill him. I just want to make sure that this doesn't one-shot the Grief. It's a relic Grief, though. I think you can take it. 15 not bad. 15 not bad, considering that we literally started with giving them thermal detonators. Like, yeah, fair enough. Actually, fairly fast vets, huh? Odd was working on his cardio and Chewie wasn't. Okay. Yoda's not going first, but I assume this is just going to be BB-8 JTR and R2 on WeGo, but we're going to be ability blocked. We might not actually. I don't think we are. No, we don't have 3PO. We'll play it out. Really weird matchups today. Kind of cool. Different. She decided to go Mind Tricks first. Okay. Fair enough, lady. Do I have a reason to care at all about killing vets? And they just kind of treat this like Grievous, maybe? I mean, in a situation where we can't kill the vets immediately, then we just kill one of them. Or in a situation where we can't control the vets to start off, we might as well just... GTR is... I don't know that this decision even mattered. Did maybe tax us though. D9? Yeah. Maybe just because R2 basic would have done less damage there. That or Flamethrower, either or. Ooh. Not a Biston team though. I don't think it's gonna be as scary. Alright, she is probably like 210. 27. If we bring Kylo to get the halt up, then it's still gonna get us counterattacks. This is gonna cost us a protection. It's the cheapest. Just time for the brawl. I mean, right? Because like the nest should be 0% turn meter. We're gonna outspeed. Just one good blow. One time. That's all we need. And stick I trust. Do this. Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, like I think if we just tried to do the whole like crew halt control thing, we would have just bled more in the process. We just need one good hit. I've fought this matchup in Arena. It's insanely messy, but that was with Biston. I don't know how to decide where I want to evaluate the team, right? I mean, Ebon Hawk is a good bring. We could still just reinforcement it. It's gonna be a little bit low score. Let's take it. For the state that my ships are in, I would rather slightly overkill than be forced to use, God forbid, a fleet that isn't GK or GG capital ships. Like actual nightmare fuel for this setup. Man, Y-Wing's pretty killable, but it almost looks too weak. I don't know if this is the waste. Yeah, kind of. He didn't evade. I'm happy. Wait, I don't know that I've ever seen Hyena whiff. I think actually, Hyena probably can't be evaded on that AoE, right? I know this can. Blowsroid can absolutely. I think this is about as juicy as Spy's ever gonna get, right? This just places us right on Falcon. He's got buzz droids. This should just be, yeah. Good night, sir. 65. Turning to 3 reinforcement, that's a pretty good score. I'll take it. Considering ships has gone this season. Alright. 1891. A little bit sad about this choice. I do think mechanically could have been... I think I could have just Yeah, I think you're 100% right. Just needed to think about... Like, I actually did call out the potential double nest counterattack being scary, but just didn't think how to prevent it. Was so stuck on using AoE first. Yeah, Kick on Dude definitely would have saved us there. Definitely would have been a successful solo. And yeah. I really think that, like, if we had Citrooper there, then suddenly this plays very differently. I think Vader wins here. Just a matter of how I feel about this priority. I'm really happy to be back on Fast Malak. We got 339 Malak, 338 DR, I think. Yeah. Feels really good doing that again, but just... like... There is no other Sith Empire I could be putting in the slot, which kind of makes it a bit weird. We'll see. We'll see how they do. I mean, the fact that they posted Kylo, I don't know... The fact that they posted Baslo, too. What's his Pia like? He's got a good Pia, then maybe. I don't think he's... He can work in low gear. I think we're, low, buddy. Alright, yeah. That was... Oh, yeah, that was an hour. It did not feel like an hour. I was gonna say, like, yeah, fast GAC. I guess not. I really hope this isn't gonna be 3v3 next. I mean, at the bottom of my heart, I know that it probably is gonna be, but please, on time. Like, imagine if this was just another 2 teams, right? Imagine. 2 teams, 2 teams, 2 teams. Could live in a world with more defensive depth than just me post bottom front and hide rear. Yeah, I went with Ennis with Kylo. I actually have some concerns that I'm not going to say until I see how he does. Based on what he held for offense. I actually think it might have been a bad idea. But I don't know. I kind of like having DR. I like having this DR team up front with the Malak curveball just to try to... Or some weird matchups, right? Like, I knew he was on fast Padmé anyway, but fast Malak, even against slow Padmé, can still make it a little bit weird. Like, of course, there's no BSF, so there's no, like, Marauder coming, but still a good chance to make that matchup messy. He's... I want to see... It actually might be on him. Yeah. If I can sneak this onto Malak, I think it'll actually end up paying off pretty well. Minus a bump. I would rather bump their speeds down by 1 each. Just run them slower, but try to get some extra tenacity on Malak just to try to... Like, you probably could still force Padmé in that matchup. And as long as there's no Bastila, I don't think you're in that danger. What's you back? My rear zone? I don't know that I should say, because I know that they know me. It is difficult, is what I'll say. Oh yeah. You Richard Cheese. He knows a couple of people in my guild, apparently. He knows Hernat and Shervine, so seems like a cool dude. Reached out to me. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Put up a little bit of a lower score than I'd like. This actually was a pretty cool round tonight, I think. Different teams, some different choices. It's really like, I almost don't know what to do with myself. Oh, no. So, if that Vader counter worked, we would have just had, like, Revan with Luke for the first time in forever. And that was actually almost going to be more awkward, because Yoda's on speed bump. Yoda is not... Look, I've lived the Revan lead Grandmaster Yoda paper cut life, but... So, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It feels kind of neat. And I think it does some interesting things for trying to bait characters out. What I will say, actually, I didn't end up doing it this time, but I actually was thinking that I wanted to put Art in front, then Kylo behind. I think I think DR pulls more relevant characters for Kylo than it does for other possible teams that might be on defense. I'm going to do. CLS is kind of weird because there's no Bachelor for tenacity. I mean, you could still just like one-shot Marauder at the start, but it's going to be. Let's see. I still think Padmé could just kind of brute force it. It's not going to feel great, especially if you've been running fast Padmé lately, but you can do worse. I like Shot Clones, Gas 5 first, maybe. Like, that's honestly kind of how this tends to play out, is kind of like what I was saying earlier, right? Clones, I mean, we use Shakti tonight, which is definitely cheaper. It was just the mechanical misplay back here. Didn't get the payoff that it would have gotten otherwise. Way cheesier. Troopers? I don't know how your Piet is. I mean, it depends on the DR speed too, though, right? I mean, what is Stark's base? Stark actually probably outspeeds, or I'm gonna assume. Bounty Hunters. Oh, Boss Gleed. Yeah, fair enough. I suddenly feel way less good about posting DR and defense. I like, whatever reason, I think it's just because of how I've treated my bounty hunters and the state of them. I just don't think about them much. Like, mine were available on offense tonight, but like, yeah. Sorry for what? Fine. Blade, why are you setting mean teams, sir? I thought you were supposed to be brawling it out. Was this a gentleman's agreement? I think we've kind of said what there is to say. Televised? I'm actually not sure. There is a channel in the TW server. That's probably about as close to televised as we're gonna get. If you get the, I'm assuming it's under monstrosities. I actually don't. Yeah, if you get the monster. There's some like proprietary ass team building going on here. You'd seen this till now. Oh no. It's a whole lot of family trees, that's all I'll say. Alright, it's time to wrap it up, probably. Here's hoping this time next week, or 2 weeks from now, we're not going to be pulling some ridiculous rape reloads. I don't want to go back to that life, man. Alright. Let's get out of here. Peace out.